Welcome to the JCI JCE eConnect classes. Scanline algorithm. Here we'll be seeing how this is going to be work. So for that you should be knowing about the scanfill algorithm. So let's start. Here I'm using stdio.h, conio.h, graphics.h header files to go ahead with the program. Let's see how the variables are defined in this program. I'm starting with the main. In this main, I'm considering integer variables n, I, j, k. This is GD for graphics device, GM for graphics mode, dy and dx are my pointers. In the same way, I'm using x, y and temp variables as an integer, a two-dimensional integer a 20 by 22 and xi of 20. It's a one-dimensional and the previous one was for the two-dimensional. In the same fashion, I'll be using a slope variable, which is a floating point variable. So let's discuss how this is going to be work. So here, as we have used this one-dimensional array, and we are using to clear the screen whatever the content available on the screen. To clear it out, we are using clr function. Here is the first printf statement that we are using. It is asking enter the number of edges of a polygon. Polygon will have multiple edges. That's what's a polygon. So we are asking and we are holding that value in a nth variable. In the same fashion, now I am going to ask the coordinates of a polygon. And the coordinates will have two values. Ith, because it's a point. It's a two-dimensional point, right? It's a two-dimensional. So it has an x-axis point and y-axis point. To hold that, we are using a for loop. Say for I equals to 0, I is less than n. N is nothing but the number of edges of a polygon. And I'll be incrementing them. So here first I'm asking enter other print, that is the coordinate of the polygon. Coordinate of the polygon. So that has been stored in ij value. So that is ij value will be printed over here. Now here I'm going to get the coordinates. So in the array A, which was a two-dimensional array, which is going to hold two values, so a of I of 0 and a of I of 1. Every coordinate will have 2 points. If there are the 20 points, 20 coordinate, to every coordinate will have 2 points, that is x and y. So that is why I'm writing here address of a of I of 0 and address of a of I of 1. So now at the last point, the last coordinate I'll be initializing with this value a of n of 0 is initialized with a of 0 of 0, and a of n of 1, n is the last coordinate, number of edges is again a of 0 of 1. This is how I'm initializing the values of the last coordinate or edge of coordinate of edges, last edge. Okay, n of 0 and n of 1 is been initialized at a of 0 0 and a of 0 1. This is very important step in this case, because we have started with the 0th and we are coming to the nth. Now the function detect graph, the function is getting called where the address of graphics device and address of graphics mode we are giving. If there is one more function that we are calling is init graph. Again the same parameters are passed along with the blank. Now how it works we'll be seeing one by one. Prior to that we'll be using again another for loop, which is going to draw the lines. So the loop is been running from I equals to 0 to n. I is getting incremented by 1 every time. So here what we are doing, we are again calling another function for every iteration this is a line function where it is been called as a of I of 0, a of I comma 1, and then a of I plus 1 of 0 and a of I plus 1 to 1. Because to draw a line, there is a necessity of minimum 2 points, minimum 2 coordinates. And how to detect the coordinate? It is nothing but a of I of 0 and a of I of 1. This is the one coordinate. Another coordinate is a of I plus 1 of 0, a of I plus 1 of 1. So this is the function, line function, which has total 4 parameters. So hope you understood how we are going to use that. Again, I'm taking a get character, and here another for loop that we are going to use, saying that now we are going to initialize the values of dy and dx. So dy has been a of I plus 1 of 1 minus a of I of 1, and a of dx will be a of I plus 1 of 0 minus a of I of 0. This is nothing but distance between x and distance between y. So x-axis, the points at the x-axis and points at the y-axis, we are subtracting together the distances. Now there are condition. If dy equals to 0, if it is equals to 0, slope of I is 1.0. If dx equals to 0, slope of I is 0.0. If dy not equals to 0 and dx not equals to 0, the slope of I is dx by dy. This is an important concept. When you have studied in mathematics, you might be knowing about this scan filling algorithm. Okay, for this I want to ask you people kindly read the scan fill algorithm briefly. Let me go ahead with another. For y equals to 0, y is less than 480, y plus plus. Now we are targeting the y. I'm initializing k is to 0 in this case. Okay, I hope you are understanding to calculate the slopes dy by dx. Very good. Now I'm initializing k equals to 0 for the loop y equals to 0, y is less than 480, y plus plus, and inside that another loop that we are going to use to hold the coordinates. If a of I of 1 is less than y, and if a of I plus 1 of 1 is greater than y, but it means the coordinate of a of I and a of I plus 1 for the x-axis, for the y-axis, if it is in that range, or a of I of 1 is less than y and a of I plus 1 of 1 is less than y, any of them is true, then we have to make some calculation over some slopes. This is another important step, so kindly pay attention over here. Now a of I plus a of I of 1 is less than y and a of I plus 1 of 1 is greater than y. Okay, so we are simply doing it xi of k equals to int of a of I of 0 plus slope of I into y minus a of I of 1. So we are making the complete thing into integer. So we are doing explicit type conversion, converting whatever the resultant value into integer value. Okay, and at the last, for every iteration we'll be incrementing the kth value. If you remember, xi is a single dimensional array. It is going to hold the whatever the result in the kth form. Okay, now here K is an intersection point. For every iteration, we are finding the different kth value, which is nothing but the intersection point. Because these lines, it may get intersected some point, so we are simply calculating the intersection point for this K. For every value of I, there will be every kth value, which is an intersection point. We are holding these intersection values in xi array. In xi arrays. This is a very important step to understand how it actually is working. Okay, to go further, let's work on another important point for this moment. In the second loop, we are saying it is a nested loop for j equals to 0, j is less than k minus 1, j plus plus, and inside that for I equals to 0, I is less than k minus 1, I plus plus. Now the point is why we are writing it for k minus 1, because the reason we have already incremented that k value in the last loop, k plus plus was there, so already it is incremented value. Okay, so we are considering k minus 1. Now what happens here, if xi, which is an intersection point of I, is greater than xi of I plus 1, then we are simply swapping. Okay, so I hope you are going through it. So I'm using a temp variable, which is x of I plus 1, I equals to x of I plus 1, x of I plus 1 equals to temp. We are intersecting the value, we are interchanging the values. Okay, we are swapping the values. That's it, nothing more than that. The values, whatever in x of I, xi of I, is being changed to x of I plus 1. Now it's very important point that we are going to make the setting the color. So for time being, I'm considering 35, which is and I'm considering here for I equals to 0, I is less than k, I plus equals to 2. So for it is incremented by 2. Now I'm again calculating the x line, x of I of 1, 5, x of I plus 1 of 5. This is how I'm going to simply create the line. So intersection point, comma y. Let me compile the program now, and let's run the program. Enter the number of edges of polygon 4. Enter the coordinates of the polygon. So here I'm putting some edges of the polygon. So this is the first point, x0. Now this is the y1, x1, x2. I'm putting here. This is the point for third coordinator, and this is the coordinates for the fourth edge. Okay, now if you can see the output, yes, it is slightly getting filled. Okay, till it goes. This is how a program of scan line fill algorithm. I hope you people are understanding it.